Welcome back to the show. We are now joined by Sports Information Director Clark Tuscher. Clark, thanks again for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
So, after not being able to do it twice, the men's basketball team finally takes down Wheaton College, but really no bigger stage than this one.
Yeah, they got the one that counted, and really, it looked like it was going to be a close game right down to the wire, and, came through with a big 26-5 run over the span of about 7 minutes, culminating in 4 straight three-pointers in less than 2 minutes' time, and really kind of put the game away for the whole rest of the second half. It was really a remarkable run to put away a really quality opponent and the only conference opponent that we'd even lost to during the season.
And it really seemed to be a Wheaton team that was, not just playing well in conference, but beating almost everybody, including the Cardinals.
They looked like they were loaded for bear to begin with, too. They came out shooting very well, led most of the first half. That North Cenrtal was able to come back and get a three-pointer at the buzzer to go into halftime tied, and felt pretty fortunate to have done that. And to see it unfold the way it did, it's certainly very unexpected, but a very excellent performance by the Cardinals.
Well, the Cardinal Report was there to see the third time be a charm for the Cardinals. In case you missed it, let's go to the highlight. Cardinal Crazies packed Gregory Arena on Saturday as Aaron Garriott and the Wheaton Thunder get set to face Kevin Gillespie and the North Cenrtal College Cardinals in the CCIW Tournament Championship game. In the first, it was Charlie Rosenberg getting the scoring done for the Cardinals. He led the way with 8 points in the half, dominating on the inside against Wheaton center Spencer Schultze to give North Cenrtal a 22-16 advantage midway through the half. But the Thunder would storm back. Jeremy Fledler can't get the layup to go, but Nathan Haynes right there for the putback. Fledler wouldn't miss his next one as he evens things up at 27 from downtown. But with time winding down, the senior Kevin Gillespie answers the Thunder surge as he buries one to tie the game at 31 heading into the break. CCIW leading scorer in the regular season Tim McCrary getting more involved in the second half as he goes over Tickness for 2. He also led the conference in steals, and he shows why as he jumps in front of the CJ Goldthry pass, and he takes it the length of the court for the basket, the foul, and a 1-point Thunder lead. But don't count out the regular season champs just yet. Gillespie cools off the Thunder again as he nails it from 15. And the senior was just getting started. He goes 4 for 5 from behind the arc in the second half to lead all scorers with 22 points, matching his career high, and the Cardinals are pumped up as they build a 13-point advantage. And that lead would only grow as more Cardinals spot up from downtown. Gillespie finds Tickness, who shows why he led the conference in three-point percentage during the regular season. Then the senior hits Vince Kamek in the corner for another tray. And how about one more as Gillespie passes to fellow captain Derek Raridan, who nails the dagger. The Cardinals led by as many as 21 in the second half, and they give the fans reason to storm the court as they take down the only team to beat them in the CCIW during the regular season as they earn an automatic tournament bid with a 75-58 win over the Thunder. So Clark, you talked about the Cardinals being successful from three-point range, and nobody had a bigger day than Kevin Gillespie, the senior.
Yeah, that's the best game he's played in a Cardinal uniform. It was certainly well-timed with a conference championship on the line. So, really a great performance overall, the floor game defensively, leadership, really a masterful performance from a guy who was playing all 40 minutes for the second straight night.
So with that win, the Cardinals are heading to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, they're heading to Washington University in St. Louis. This weekend, they'll have an opening round game against Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology out of Indiana. It's a team we've never played before. Out of the Heartland Conference, they won 3 games in less than 48 hours to win their tournament, to punch their ticket to the dance. So certainly a team that performs well in crunch time. We'll have to see how that goes.
And it seems like this team just isn't excited to get there. They actually want to impress some people and try and make some noise.
They've got high expectations for themselves. Last year it was kind of a surprise that they ended up doing that well. This year they're starting to expect more of themselves and starting to aspire to a higher level. And they feel like that they deserve to be where they're at and deserve to compete against the best teams in the nation, and they're going to get their chance.
And finally, wrapping up, the women's track and field team has one of the closest finishes in CCIW meet in years, as they fall getting second in the meet.
Yeah, they went into the last event tied, and Illinois Wesleyan has one of the top 4x400 relays in the country. And really, that it looks like that's what beat them, but really, you could go back to any number of points in the meet and see, places where you could have performed better or didn't perform as well as maybe you thought you would. So there were a lot of chances to win that meet, but I don't think there was a whole lot of disappointment in terms of their performance. I think they're definitely looking ahead to getting some marks this weekend and improving their level of participation for the Nationals next week.
And being such a young team, even finishing second's got to, look nice for some of those athletes that are still trying to assert themselves on the team.
Yeah, a large number of freshmen and sophomores, with vastly improved performances and high placings in several events. We have a pole vaulter who's now, I think, 6th in the country in the pole vault. She had the 3rd best indoor mark in school history. In the 400-meter dash, we had a couple of individuals move up into the top 10 in school history, moving up in the national rankings as well. A lot of people on the periphery of qualifying for the national championships right now, but they're going to try and firm those marks up this weekend.
Well, Clark, we look forward to seeing the team try and get those marks this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
The men's basketball team tips off their first game at the Big Dance this Friday at 5:30 against the Rolls-Holman Institute of Technology. The Cardinal Report will be there. We hope you will too. See you next week on the Cardinal Report.